Coming up, the team risk it all to winch a man in a critical condition.
I'll tell you if we're pitching or flying away.
A young girl lays unconscious after falling from her horse.
She was pale, she was complaining that her vision was blurry and she felt nausea.
And parents watch on in horror as their baby struggles with every breath. In Code 1. In Mission 1.
We're going to Hanua. There's a 20-metre fall that someone has taken. Right. So we need to locate them and decide our plan of action.
27-year-old Adrian Bezudemol is believed to have fallen 20 metres off a bush track. Reports are he is unable to move his legs due to the impact caused to his spine. It's a 20-minute flight south of Auckland at the popular tramping ranges of Hanua. Coordinates so far suggest he's in the middle of the ranges, so finding him will be challenging for the team.
Checks complete.
Pilot Rob Anderson and duty crewman Dean Harvey know that with any winch there are always risks, so safety precautions are always taken.
Foul up on the hoist, I'll co-isolate. Foul up in the rigging, I'll inform you of the foul up, keep you informed of what's happening and try to free it myself.
Roger. For any critical aircraft malfunction, I'll tell you if we're pitching or flying away.
We currently have a police search and rescue team heading into the area, and we've been directed by police to land at a local dam, which we're going to do and hopefully get some more information.
Throttle them forward. 100.
Pull.
Thatch.
Harnesses.
Secure in the front.
We're all secure in the rear. I'm on my harness. We'll ask if you can tape the left side.
Yeah, I've got left.
Roger. You're over the grass now.
Roger.
Car is clear. Nothing underneath. You clear the ground.
Firmware down, you clear out. Shut it down.
So we just landed at the Wairoa Dam and we're just waiting to catch up with the police SAR guy for some information. The bush in there is really, really dense and it's really hard for us to see from above where the track goes and how it goes, but it looks pretty steep and rugged in there.
Yeah, so we're going to go in, walk the track, get in voice contact with him. Yep. Once we get it, we can locate him. The first priority is we'll either give a GPS coordinates or pop a flare. That's the main priority is to find him.
Definitely.
As the local search party heads out to locate the tramper on foot, the Westpac team take to the air to assist in the search.
There's the track at the 3 o'clock.
There's a track down here.
Yep, sighted. It's quite hard to see due to the undergrowth.
Dense bush and steep banks make locating the tramper near impossible. Fortunately for the Code 1 team, the ground crews have just located the tramper.
We're just going to narrow in on your voice. You call out? Okay. Right down. I reckon somewhere over here is probably... You all right?
Search and rescue officer Garrett makes the dash down to the patient and on arrival sees that tramper Adrian has had a severe fall.
Carl from Gab, over.
He must assess his injuries before taking any further action.
If I hold you, are you able to move your legs at all?
Yep, it's just that one.
That one you can't move at all?
Yep.
Adrian's situation has just gone from bad to worse.
But our chief complaint is lower back and tingling down the legs, so possible spinal injury. Over.
In Mission 2, the Westpac helicopter is racing to rescue a young girl who has had a crippling fall.
Got an ETA of approximately 5 minutes, over.
11-year-old Genevieve has been thrown from her horse. She has multiple injuries. 5 minutes flying time from Whitianga to the rural area of Colville. Information so far is sketchy.
The page just says that somebody on the horse with a facial injury, alternate level of consciousness.
I believe 12 years old. There is a doctor on scene as well.
The doctor, Roger.
Thankfully, the team are only moments away from the scene.
So there is an ambulance there. I think the flattest area is on this side of that gravel road, Dave.
Roger that.
Roger. 50 feet under. Tail's well clear. All rogers are well clear. Clear under.
Clear out. Okay.
Paramedic Barry Watkin arrives to find Genevieve lying limp and unconscious.
This is Genevieve. She's age 11.
Yep.
She fell off her horse, which was cantering.
Yep.
All right. She landed on her right face. She was pale. She was complaining that her vision was blurry and she felt nauseous.
Yeah.
Bleeding from both gums. Very tender over her teeth.
Just look at the redness coming up there.
Yep.
So,
Yep. She saw orbit margin down over the mandible and over the.
X-raying regardless.
Yep. We got her out of the car because she was about to faint. So, and we didn't. Yeah.
Okay.
Laid her out here. Yep.
Now, sweetie, I'm going to gently feel along there, only gently. Very gently. That's very sore just through that line there, is it? There's a little bit of bruising there, sweetie. It'd be nice to have a line up and give her a tiny bit of morphine, wouldn't it? She's that sore.
And a bit of fluid.
It'll keep her awake, but, you know.
It's still unknown just how serious her injuries are, so all the precautions must be taken.
She's hard impact on the face. There's blood in the mouth. I don't want to put a traditional hard collar around with that possible fractured jaw there, so we're going to do a little homemade sheet or a towel or something. And obviously we don't want too much pain relief or any kind of sedation because we want someone looking after their own airway.
"20 minutes flight south of Auckland, in Hinua, patient Adrian has suffered a suspected spinal injury after falling 20 metres down a cliff. The ground rescue team are frantically preparing a safe winching site for the Westpac helicopter team.
Just many hands will make it very smooth, you know.
So the team push on and finally make it back up to the walking track.
Yeah, we have patient up on the track, ready for helo extraction.
How far from position are we?
0.2, so 400 metres on our 3 o'clock.
Roger, looking.
Back on the walking track, the dense bush is still evident and makes it hard for the team to spot the ground crews.
You can't see anyone in there, eh?
No.
Would you be able to pop a flare?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's travelling up, so it's good. They'll see that. Nicely going on, that'll work well.
I've got the smoke sighted.
Roger. See? Passing the hook through to Russ. Russ has the hook. I've got the party directly under us now.
Roger.
It's now up to pilot Rob Anderson and crewman Dean Harvey to get Russell Clark safely through the maze of dense bush. In Mission 3, the rescue crew are responding to a Status 2 emergency.
Just going to a 9-week-old baby that's in respiratory distress.
Reports are that a 9-week-old baby is having problems breathing. He's in an unstable condition, 25 minutes flying time southeast of Auckland at a rural school in the Coromandel.
ETA is 12:12.
Yeah, there may be some underlying congenital defect that we don't know about, so adds a little bit to the difficulty in assessing them. They compensate quite well to a point and then they can sort of crash.
Are you securing the rear?
Yeah, all secure in the rear.
Thank you.
We'll be locating at the school in 1 minute.
Roger, thank you.
And we are coming.
Roger. Clear of obstructions on the left.
Roger. I think we'll just land about here. And you clear out?
Roger.
They can come up the side.
He's had an apnea episode, but he was really trying to breathe and scream. He seems to me to have had a choking episode from what I can gather.
Chris and Sam must act fast. While outside the ambulance, Chris is trying to comfort Henry's mother, who is struggling with the reality of what's happening.
It's all right, Mum. Oh, you poor thing, you've had a bit of a fright. Yeah. Oh, look. Yeah, well, we'll take her through to the hospital and, you know.
But before they can go anywhere, Henry will need to be stabilised.
It's had a little bit of an event earlier on, just sounds like it's been choking while feeding. There's some indication that earlier in the week it may have had some abnormal bowel motions, a bit green in colour. The family lived rurally, so they're on tank water, so it might have picked up a bit of a bug out of the tank.
They can't hesitate with so many unknowns.
I'm keen to take a parent because if I need to do anything,
yes, I know, I agree.
All that sort of stuff.
I think you do need a parent. If Dad's prepared to go, send Dad, we'll get Mum there someday. Yeah, I think you're right, and I think you're going to get a parent.
But I think we need a parent.
What we've had to do is, Mum doesn't like flying, so we're going to send Dad to hospital with the baby. Babe needs to go to hospital, sort of sounds like he might have had a bit of a choke while feeding.
But before they load Henry and Father Shane into the chopper, Mum has just enough time to say goodbye.
Slightly prem, and the diabetic side of it, we're being external, slightly under it generally.
Very good.
See ya. See ya. It's now up to the Code 1 team to get Henry safely to hospital. Ten-year-old Genevieve Ryan is suffering from possible head injuries after falling from her horse. Paramedic Barry Watkin will need to control the pain before transport.
So the issue is essentially facial and query jaw here. It's very, very sore and his teeth that are bleeding. It needs a full assessment at the starship.
His main priority now is to stabilise her neck.
We all agreed we don't like hard collars. We're going to put a roll around and we'll actually squish down on the mattress to do that. I know it's awfully old-fashioned, but it does give it a bit of stability. Okay. Okay, a little log roll there, Genevieve. And you can press down onto the mattress as well.
Moving her is a delicate procedure.
Do not catch it.
Barry knows that any further damage could mean permanent paralysis.
That's it. Good girl. And coming back level. Should be pressed together.
Nice.
That's good. Coming back down, 1, 2, 3. Once she's on our bed, we'll actually unclip it and give it back to you. You've been on the helicopter before, Genevieve? You haven't? Okay. They're very noisy, but very efficient for getting to hospital. Just steer a bit off there.
I'm happy to go and keep talking.
Great, thank you.
But just before takeoff,
We have a tail right now, Dean.
there's a serious problem.
Am I thinking about the drug?
The Westpac team are about to attempt a very risky rescue.
Better be rushing the door.
Clear to the skid.
Crewman Dean Harvey must coordinate paramedic Russell Clark through a maze of dense bush
On the skid.
to reach his patient, Adam Bazudamol, who is suffering signs of a spinal injury after falling 20 metres off a bush track.
It's going out the door.
One mistake could be devastating for the entire rescue teams.
Just releasing the safety strap.
Roger.
Clear to winch out.
Clear to winch out.
Roger, winching out. Steady right, you're holding good position. Turning to winch out. Just going through the canopy. He's in open space. He's got about 20 feet to run to the ground.
Roger.
I've got 60 feet of cable out.
Roger.
Just weight's coming off now. The weight is off. Just releasing the hook.
Roger.
I have thumbs. The winch is clear of the canopy.
Roger.
And you clear to move away.
Russell has only a limited window to extract Adrian.
So we need to get him out of this and into this.
Right.
He knows that the chopper's fuel reserves are running low.
I've got 10 minutes.
They must move quickly, or both Russell and Adrian are at risk of being left behind.
Hey Adrian, my name's Russell. I'll take you up in the helicopter, all right? I'll put a little helmet on your head as well. Pretty secure in there, isn't he? So if we can just pick him up, turn him round to the spot where we were with his head facing towards the nose of the aircraft, all right?
While Russell makes final preparations for Adrian,
Can we lower him there?
crewman Dean Harvey and pilot Rob Anderson make their final approach to winch them out.
But straight down here.
Yeah, perfect. Are they ready for the wind?
Roger. Stand by. I'm just looking. Okay, I got thumbs from Russ. Clear to winch out.
Clear to winch out.
Roger, winching out. Steady forward. Good position. Winching out. The hook is past the skid.
Roger.
Clear right, right 2. Russ has the hook. You're holding good position. Hooking on.
Roger.
You clear right, right 3. Roger, I have thumbs. Minimal slack. The weight is coming on, coming on, coming on, coming on. Now you have the weight.
Winching.
Roger. Just got a small canopy to come up through. You clear back, back 1. Steady back. Roger, just coming up through the canopy and winching in. He is clear of the canopy. Cable was running well. Approaching the skid. Patients had the skid. We'll hook up the safety straps.
Roger.
And we're clear to move away. All safe.
Adrian has finally made it to the safety of the rescue helicopter, but paramedic Russell knows that his injuries are severe and will need immediate hospital care.
We've just winched him out of the bush. He's complaining of back pain at the moment, so we're flying him to Middlemore Hospital to get that assessed. But he's got some altered sensation, so he's potentially damaged the spine of the fall. How far out are we?
1 minute. Just about to start the descent.
That's cool.
I'll be turning left shortly for the helipad, which is sighted as clear. Shutting down.
Cool.
Today, to get Adrian out of the position that he was in, winching was really the only option. Otherwise, it would have been a long carry, stretcher carry out of quite a dangerous track. So it's quite a challenging winch for the crew today, but we managed to get through it. He'll need a full range of x-rays and tests just to see what sort of damage he's done to his back there, but he's obviously damaged something because he's got altered feeling and limited movement in his left leg. So that's usually caused by some sort of pressure on the spinal cord or some sort of injury around the spine. So he'll have a full range of tests, x-rays, maybe even a CT scan to see what's actually gone on there today. No, it's okay. Hey, you're not finished with it yet, mate. Gonna get rid of you.
2-month-old Henry McCarthy is about to be transferred to hospital after a choking episode earlier today.
ETA 1440.
It's still unknown exactly why his condition has deteriorated since the event.
Rotor RPM.
100. Match.
Annunciators.
Oxygen only.
Of line-ups complete.
Roger. And we are committed out to the right of the trees.
It sounds like a reflux choking episode, which is a relatively common presentation in emergency. But at this age, there's quite a broad differential from sepsis through to some underlying heart problems or developmental problems. So it's important that we keep a close eye on him and make sure that he behaves himself during the flight, and we'll further work him up at Waikato.
Ambulance control, Westpac 2. Roger, relocating Waikato Hospital. We'll call again, airborne.
Roger, thank you.
We've just kept a close eye on the little nipper in flight just to make sure nothing's changed, and been relatively uneventful, but you sort of prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and seems to be doing pretty good.
Turning those right, Charlie. And you're clear. Shutting down.
The young baby's got to hospital and is doing really well. The benefit of speed in the helicopter's been great, and hopefully in a couple of days it'll be feeling a lot better and be sent home and all's well.
Paramedic Barry Watkin is trying hard to stabilise 11-year-old Genevieve. She is suffering head trauma after falling off her horse.
Going to give her some ondansetron.
Barry administers the anti-nausea drugs to help prevent any further vomiting during the flight to hospital.
It's a medication which will discourage that sicky-uppy feeling you got at the moment. It's pretty good.
I was going to say, let's put it in that. Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Thanks.
Maybe make it 2 for that.
Okay, mate. Yeah. If you look at the mechanism of entry, it's quite a fall in the speed and the height.
Yeah. It's just the towel, sweetie.
It's now up to the team to get Genevieve to hospital. Time is running out.
Of course, it's good, 100% got the wires, and I said, the 18 minutes to Auckland.
8 minutes?
Yeah.
Roger.
Genevieve fell off a horse riding the friends there, was travelled by car to where we landed, and where the doctor and the ambulance staff assessed her. Got blood in her mouth, a lot of pain, discomfort, pain in the right jaw. You've got to look at the mechanism of that and consider whether there might be sort of hidden or underlying injuries.
Swedish Road, West Bay Rescue 1, finals for Auckland Hospital.
Copy, Westpac 1.
Okay, clear.
Obviously, there's a lot of investigation to do, and there'll be a lot of attention until everything's sorted out. I think in Genevieve's case, I think she's taken facial trauma, as we saw, and certainly there's bleeding in the nostrils and the mouth there. That jaw was very sore on the right-hand side. It needs further assessment, X-ray obviously, to see.
Two weeks later, Genevieve is back at home, where she has been recovering. Her mother Jane is still haunted by the memory of the phone call that informed her of Genevieve's accident.
I suppose any call like that, you do think the worst. You don't, you're in the dark a bit. You've got a panicked parent talking to you right there beside your child, and I was just shaking, absolutely shaking. I had to have things repeated because I was still trying to actually grasp the fact that she was going to be airlifted, because the first thing you think is, oh my God, this is really bad. What is it? Is she going to be paralysed? Has she got brain damage? They're the two things that I worry about.
Although suffering from concussion, she still remembers how she felt that terrible day.
I think I hit my head hard because I had a really bad headache, and my nose was bleeding, and then the next thing I knew, I was in someone's car. My arms and legs got all tingly, and my face was really sore.
And while so many thoughts were running through her mind, there were only two people she really needed.
I wanted my mum and my dad.
Adrian Bazudamol suffered spinal bruising and is slowly making his way back to the bush. Henry Neville spent 2 days in hospital and is now back at home with Mum. And Genevieve will never forget the ones that rescued her.
I'm very thankful to all the people that helped me, and for the Westpac people who came out just for me.